Hello everyone, your professor is here, Spider-Man is here, the Avengers are here, and we all want to welcome you to History of Christianity, Reformation to Modern, Summer 2022. This is the online section, and I want to reassure you that this is not your high school history class. No, I hope to deliver to you a robust, engaging experience where church history comes alive to you. I know many of you are Harry Potter fans, and you may remember that in the Harry Potter stories that not only do we have Professor Dumbledore, but Professor Binns is the history of magic professor. His class was so boring, he bored himself to death. And then he just kept on teaching as a ghost. All right? Boring our friends Harry and Ron and even Hermione. Well, I may be old, but I am not dead yet. And so I want to invite you to join me in our study of church history. First of all, I want to share with you my contact information so that we can stay in touch. The very best way to reach me is by my internet email address, and it's there on screen. It's in your syllabus. You also should feel free to call me. My phone number is there on screen. And if you are on campus, you're always welcome to drop by my office. I'm at the Dodd Building, which is the building at the end of the sidewalk that begins at Level Chapel. Through the gates, and then there's the Dodd Building right there. I'm in room 105. I'll be here throughout the summer. My door is almost always unlocked, unless maybe I'm over at the Student Center trying to get in on the action over there. All right, but please feel free to contact me anytime you need, want, or just otherwise, just to connect with me. I'm here for you. All right, we have two required textbooks. The first one is Justo Gonzalez, The Story of Christianity, Volume 2. All right, it's the Reformation to the present day. I think you will enjoy this book. This book is one of the reasons I fell in love with church history, and I always get comments from my students about the effectiveness of this textbook. Justo Gonzalez writes history as if it is a story, and so I invite you to enjoy the story of Christianity. All right, the other textbook is Documents of the Christian Church, edited by Bettinson and Maunder. This is a reader, and it contains primary sources that I think will be important for you to be aware of and read. We enjoy reading the secondary sources, but sometimes it's good to get to the primary sources to see what the people that we're reading about had to say. All right, much of this class, of course, all of this class really will be conducted on Blackboard. And so you will be enrolled automatically onto Blackboard. I cannot enroll you, so don't come to me for help. But when you register for this class, you will automatically be registered on Blackboard. And so by the beginning of the summer term on May 30, you will have access to Blackboard. All right, once you get to Blackboard, I hope that you will go to the discussion board and post an introduction. I would like to know more about you. I would like to know where you're from, where you did your undergrad work. I'd especially like to know What degree are you pursuing, and what is your ministry goal? Are you in ministry now? What job do you have? Do you have a family? What do you like to do? What are some of your hobbies and interests? And I like pictures so that I can picture my students. I have already led the way so you can meet your professor. I've posted pictures of myself, my wife, my family, my grandkids, and of course you want to see my grandkids. I've probably told you more than you want to know, but I just wanted to take the lead in the introduction. And so go there, meet me, and introduce yourself, please. All right. Also on on Blackboard, you'll find the course documents under each unit. Okay. And so in each unit, you'll find PowerPoint lectures. You'll find bonus features. There'll be charts, maps, audio files, videos, especially for this class. I have posted a number of videos that I recorded when I was on site in Germany and Switzerland for a Reformation tour back in the 500th anniversary. All right, and so there's some videos there that I hope will be interesting to you and informative as well. All right, also you'll find study guides for your unit exams, and then you will find, of course, you'll complete your unit exams on Blackboard. You'll submit your unit reading reports as well. Your unit assignments are due according to these due dates. And so the very first unit assignments are due 1 week after the beginning of class, and you will have an assignment every week of this summer term. All right, it's only 9 weeks long, so we move very quickly. All right, so you need to put on your running shoes to get through this summer term on time. All right, and you need to clear your calendar so that you can give attention to this class. All right, so first unit is due June the 6th, second unit June the 13th. All right, then the other units are outlined there on screen, but more importantly, they are available in your syllabus, all right, which you should have received by now. Okay, so unit assignments are the unit exam, the reading report, and the discussion board. All right, so let's talk about the assignments that will be due at the conclusion of every unit. All right, there are 6 unit exams. These exams will be taken closed book, closed note, open memory. All right, these are conducted online, of course, and when you open it up, you'll have 20 minutes to take the exam. It will be timed. It will not shut down at the end of the 20 minutes. So if you see the time running out, go ahead and finish the last question, give it one more review. All right, if it goes over a minute or two, I will not be concerned. If it goes well over 20 minutes, well then I get concerned, because the 20-minute time is to hold you accountable to be sure that you are completing this exam only by open memory. Okay, so if you get clocked out of your computer, if something goes wrong, the timer is going to keep on going. So when you log back on, you'll find the timer has continued. If something like that happens and you need to be excused from the time limit, just send me an email. It's okay. I'm just trying to, as I said, hold you accountable. Now, listen to me very closely here. The base value of every exam is 25 points. All right, but there are bonus questions built into each exam that can increase the value. That is good for you. All right, remember, The word bonus comes from the word for good. And so bonus questions are good. It's not that they give you more chances to be wrong, they give you more chances to be right. And so you can earn even more than 25 points. Now, the lowest exam grade will be dropped. Okay, this is in case, the first exam kind of takes you by surprise. You don't know what to expect. You don't have to worry about it. You can know that the lowest exam grade will be dropped. If you forget to take a unit exam, or if you have computer problems, if you go out of town for a revival or a D-Now, or if you go visit grandma, okay, and she's still got dial-up, all right, one exam will be dropped. And so if you have a problem with one unit, you don't have to worry about it. The lowest exam grade will be dropped. I will not reopen an exam after the deadline. All right? I need to repeat that. I will not reopen an exam after the deadline. So do not ask me to do that, because I will say no. Instead, I'll tell you that you get to drop one grade. All right? If you're satisfied with your first 5 exam scores, you can exempt yourself from the 6th. All right? And that's kind of a good feature of the way I run the exams. All right, the reading reports will be due every unit. And for this, you're on your honor. I want you to estimate the percentage of reading completed in 20% increments. All right, the easiest way to do the math is simply to read all of the assignments, and you can enter in 100%. If you don't get quite everything read, well, that's 80%, a little over half, 60%, and so on. You get 1 point for every 20% that you read, and your reading assignments are outlined in your syllabus. At the end of the semester, you can submit a bonus reading report that will give you 5 bonus points, and that'll be awarded to students who have completed all the assigned reading. So if you don't quite get all of the reading done for this unit or that unit, but you catch up later, then you can earn these 5 extra points. Okay? And the reading schedule is in the back of the syllabus. All right, there's also a discussion board that is required for each unit. And in the discussion board, I want to emphasize that the study of church history applies to our lives and ministries. And so, after studying all the assigned reading, lecture material, and bonus features in each unit, I want you to go to the discussion board, and I want you to post an application point in 150 to 300 words. Each application point is worth up to 15 points. All right, now an application point could be one or more of the following. All right, you can, if you learned a sermon illustration from these historical figures, or actions, or events, or documents, if you have a sermon illustration or a teaching point, that counts. If you gained an insight that you plan to apply in your ministry or in your personal life, or a lesson that is inspiring to your devotion to Christ. All right, any of these can be an application point. So please share one or more application points each unit. All right, your first written assignment is a movie review. Think about it. How many times do you get to watch a movie and get credit for school? All right. This is one of my favorite movies from the Reformation era, or about the Reformation era. It's Luther. It was released in 2003, so goodness, that's nearly 20 years ago, but it's still quite fresh and applicable for history students. Stars Joseph Fiennes in the lead role. He's an excellent actor. I think he probably should have put on some weight or worn a bodysuit for this role. Peter Ustinov is featured as Frederick the Wise in his final film role, and he's one of my favorite actors of all time. Alfred Molina is featured as John Tetzel, all right, and you know him as Dr. Octopus in the Spider-Man movies. All right, this movie review is due June the 20th, and I want you to watch the film and then evaluate it for its quality, all right, its artistic merit, but more importantly for its historical accuracy. All right, where is it correct? Where is it false? Where does it succumb to Hollywood? All right, this is what makes it a historical assignment, in that you have to know history in order to be able to complete the movie review. All right, there's more information in your syllabus, but be sure that you secure the movie early on, because it's due in just a few weeks, and so you need to locate it either streaming or purchase it from Amazon, and just consider it an inexpensive textbook. All right, the other written assignment is the major research paper, which is due July 18, so still not a lot of time. In your syllabus, you'll find a list of church history figures about whom you can write a biography. There's also a list of research topics that are a little bit broader that you might find interesting. You need to look through the list on your syllabus, choose 3 to 5 topics that interest you, and send an email to me. I will respond with your assignment, and perhaps I will be able to suggest some sources or places to go to find out information for your research paper. We'll talk more about the parameters and expectations of your paper. There's information in your syllabus, and we'll talk some more as we go along. All right, but for right now, you need to send me your list of topics, and I'll respond with your assignment. All right? Okay, next I must put on my ugly face. All right, here's my ugly face, because I need to talk to you about penalties, expectations, requirements for the course, and what happens if you do not meet all of the expectations for the course. All right. For your unit assignments, as I've already said, your unit exams, your reading reports, application points as well, all unit assignments must be submitted by the date of the unit completion. All right. You will not have an opportunity to do so after the deadline has passed. All right, so be sure that you take note of the unit deadlines, mark them in your calendar, check your calendar. All right, and again, one unit exam will be dropped. So if you forget, that's all right, one time. All right, so be careful about your unit assignment deadlines. Tardiness, a late paper will be assessed a 10% penalty if it is submitted after the deadline. All right, after 5 days, it's a 20% penalty. All right, and you know, after 1 week, the penalties are going to be so extreme that really you just don't want to be late with an assignment. I believe that part of your education is learning the discipline of promptness with your assignments. When you go into ministry, you have deadlines for sermons, for planning events, and you need to learn right now what it is to manage your time and turn in your assignments um, promptly. All right, and so that's part of my expectation. All right, and then there's the topic of plagiarism. A high standard of personal integrity is expected of all students at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary, and any infraction will be reported to the Dean of Students for further action. All right, so you need to see the graduate catalog for more information on the definition of plagiarism and the consequences for violations of plagiarism. Okay, I certainly would expect only the very best from you in meeting the standards of personal integrity. All right, now I can put my happy face back on, all right? And let's continue to talk about the expectations of the course. All right, first let's talk about submission. You'll submit your research paper under assignments, all right, and on the discussion board. So two different places. There's a 5-point deduction if you do not submit your paper in both places. All right, now the reason for this is that I want other students to have access to your research, because in the course of this summer term, we can't give a lot of attention to individuals, but in your papers, you will provide opportunity for your fellow classmates to learn from you. All right, and you may submit a draft to Safe Assignment to guard against plagiarism. You can submit a draft to the Writing Center that will help you to write better and get better grades. Okay, the movie review will be submitted only under assignments, and please do not submit your assignments as email attachments unless there's a real need to do so. Okay, the reason for that is my email inbox fills up pretty fast. Okay, now let's talk about the grading scale. The way I assess you and your performance in this class is to assign points for each of the assignments. And so for the reading, 6 units, 5 points for each unit reading report. That's 30 points. But remember, you can earn even more, 5 more points, if you do all of your reading and get the bonus points. Same thing with the tests, 5 of them at a 25-point base. That's 125 points. However, it is possible to earn a few more points than that, because each exam is worth 26, 27, 28 points. All right, the movie reviews were 30 points. The major research project is 100 points. And then the discussions add up to 90 points. So the base expectation for the class is 375 points. And so any score between 350 and 375 is an A, 320 to 349 is a B, and so on. Let me make a prediction. I predict that half of you will make A's. And then of the other half, most will make B's. That's just the way it works out in my classes. If you do the work, you make good grades. All right, there'll be a few C's, a couple of D's, but if you want to fail my class, you have to work very hard. Because I have designed the class in such a way that if you do your work, submit it on time, you'll do well. And that, of course, is my hope and expectation for each of you. All right, emergencies. I don't want to think about it. I don't even want to use the H word, but you know, hurricane season begins June the 1st, about the same time as our class. And so if there is a hurricane or any other emergency, well, then there'll be instructions on the seminary website. And you can check Blackboard for instructions related to this class. All right, and certainly we hope for the very best for this hurricane season. All right, learners, assemble. Okay, you know by now that I am a Marvel fan, and so you know, I'm telling you to put the hammer down, suit up, shields up, and smash, and let's have a great summer term and finish well. All right. Well, my very best to all of you, and you can just look for emails from me through the semester, and we will carry on. All right. Bye bye for now.